welcome back. In this week's conversation, we talk about multilingual websites, the importance of having a multilingual website, choosing the right flags for your website, and hire a professional translator to translate your website. So stick around. And I would like to start this week's video with an apology. In the next 4 weeks, I won't be able to record my videos from my normal office, and therefore I believe the sound quality has been compromised due to the acoustics of the place I'm recording the videos at the moment. I have tried to mitigate this issue, but unfortunately the acoustics in this place are not exactly the same, and therefore I cannot achieve the quality that I was getting with my microphone in my office. So I apologize for that. Apologies done, and let's start talking websites now. As I said, this month will be dedicated to websites and having an efficient and clear website. This week, we focus on multilingual websites. If you want to expand your business and cater for other cultures, other languages, having a multilingual website will put you in the right path to achieve your goal. Why is that? Because instead of having a website, for example, in English, that we understand is the international language, is like a universal language, let's say, and everyone these days can speak English in a way or another. But if you really want to please your possible customer and impress them, that's definitely not the way, and you should have a website that is in their language and targets them, and it's easy for them to understand, easy for them to navigate, and it's culturally and linguistically acceptable for them. Choosing the right flag for your website might seem like a very unimportant or easy task. However, in my opinion, it is something that should be carefully planned, and it is something that it needs to be taken in consideration. For example, as it is part of the localization of your website, you should know which countries are you targeting, which audiences you want, and of course, have your website translated into the language of that particular country, and everything set up for that particular audience. For example, if you are using Portugal, you would put a Portuguese flag and have the website in the Portuguese from Portugal. But if you are working with the Brazilian market, I would say you should put the Brazilian flag, and you should definitely have your website translated into Brazilian Portuguese. This would simplify things, and it would be that little personal touch to your clients that will make a difference in the clarity of the website and the way that the message is passed. Because if everything is passed in the language that is easy for them to understand, if it's clear, if it's easy, and if they see their flag there, they see, oh, this is personalized, and they will definitely stay and probably hire your services or buy your products, which is obviously what you want. But you may ask me, and that is a very pertinent question, of course, that is, what about if you are working with markets in countries that speak the same language, such as, for example, Portugal and Brazil? Well, in that particular case, you can do it, and you have different solutions. For example, airlines and big multinationals who have the power of money may invest in a proper domain for each country they are represented. For example, they would have their Portuguese website with the domain .pt, their Brazilian website .br, their Australian website .com.au, etc., etc. Of course, for bigger companies, this would be a small investment, and they actually know it pays off, and it would be very simple. They would just simply have the main website with obviously all the content, and then the translated websites would be in their list, and some of them have the map of the atlas where they have the different countries they are represented, and they will have the flags, and then if you just click on the flag you are redirected for this other website, or some of them have the languages set up, and then they are redirected, or they would have where to find us or things like that, and that's where you will find the different websites on the different parts of the world. This is a way of doing it. It can be a little bit more expensive once you have to pay for all the domains in all these countries, but there is another way, and for example at Updated Words, that's the way I'm using, which is using a plugin that can create your website, or can allow you to create your website in multiple languages. The issue of the same language but different variant, it can also be addressed with setting up the different variants in this particular plugin, and then all you have to do is creating your content in one language, and then the plugin will allow you to create in other languages. I will show you how this plugin works directly in my computer, so you can actually see it, how it works. And as you can see, we are in my WordPress dashboard, and here you can find my Polylang, which is the plugin that I use to make my website multilingual. It says here, I have the updated version, of course, and you can download it. I explained it last time. You also have this plugin will also take you to your languages, and then after installing your plugin, you have to choose the languages that you are using. In my particular case, English and Portuguese, obviously, and the reason why I have the British and the Portuguese flag is that I'm catering for a more general audience, and I chose to put just the two main, the Portuguese and the English, because they are the original of those two languages, and that's why I just put the both flags, but I'm actually considering to change and put the Australian and the Portuguese. I cannot put the Brazilian flag since I do not work with the Brazilian market, and I obviously do not translate into Brazilian Portuguese because I am not a Brazilian person, and obviously I'm not fully, I don't fully understand the variant to be able to do that. But for example, if I wanted to add the Brazilian variant into my website, it would be easy for me to do that in here. Choose a language. It would drop down all the flags that you can use, of course. Here's my Australian flag. And then you would drop down until you find the Portuguese, obviously. And in that particular case, you find the Brazilian flag. Here you have the language code. And you will find that I already have the PT over here, because that's the code for this language. However, and if you are going to save it, Polylang won't let you save it because it would have the same code, and each language can only have one code. But if you, for example, put BR as a language code, it will obviously allow you to create the new language. I'm just going to create it for the purpose of this video, but obviously in my website won't appear the Brazilian flag because I have no posts or pages linked to this particular language. I'm going to leave it like this so I can see you in the posts. So you can see Portuguese, you would have Portuguese BR and Portuguese PT, and then you would reconfigure in your website. So for example, when you're creating a post, I'm going to again open my posts. And you will see the 3 languages here. Obviously here you have a plus sign because there's no posts or pages headed with this particular language. I'm going to open my last post on Updated Words, my last article, so I can actually show you how to do this. I have also a problem with internet in this place, it's a little bit slow. So as you can see on this area here, you will have all the tags, etc. And here is the language. You can see there's the Brazilian flag here as well. And here you would add the name of the post you wanted to link and click plus. You would open another article or another blank page that you would have to create the post just like you would do normally. And this is how you do. You create the English post, you save it, you publish it, and then you put the name here. You will find that you put the name here, and once you click the plus sign, it will open, and you will have to do it again. You will have to put your title here because you won't assume from here to the title space, but you will in the end, once you save it, both posts will be linked. And when your viewers click on a particular flag, they will be redirected to the translated post. So that's how you do it. Now let's see in terms of, for example, your menus, etc. In your menus, you will have to go to Appearance, and you have to go to Widgets, because the Polylang and the multilingual website is controlled by widgets. And in my particular case, as you can see, I would have it in the sidebar because it's on the side that it appears. And I have, obviously, there is the widgets here. The edit test. It's the edit test that I have. Sorry, I saw the flags there, I got confused. It's the edit tests, and on the edit test, you have the language switcher. And then you can display the flags. You can hide the current language, so it only appears the flag of the other languages available. Asks you to display in which languages you want, and then the title, if you want to put a title. And that's how it is, and that's how you put it, and obviously you save it, and you will appear on your website. You will have the 3 languages, or whatever languages, whatever variants you want to add. It is a very simple process that will get your results in the end. After choosing the country's flags and having it adequately localized with variants needed, etc., comes the crucial part, which is getting it translated. So to get the work done, I would not go for anything less than a professional translator that is native of the variants you will use on your website. The reason for this is obviously a native translator would know exactly what is acceptable or not in that particular country, would know how to make the transfer of your message in your original language, that may be English or French or German or Chinese or any other language, and they will know how to transfer all those little cultural traces, etc., that may create misunderstandings or issues into something fluid and understandable and clear for your target audience. I would say that is a good investment that will make your website look appealing, clear, and will obviously bring you the results you want. A professional translator will also guarantee you quality and obviously will get you the job done in a timely fashion and also with the quality you require. This is something that I consider very important because in the end you'll get the final product, something that is great, something that will really reach the people that you really want to reach and will give you the results that you aspire for. So invest in professional translators when you want a multilingual website. And that's all for today. I hope you liked this conversation. But if you have any questions, if in regards to making your website multilingual, working with a Polylang plugin or anything else, please feel free to leave your comment. Or if you want to share any experiences that you may have had in the past or you are having at the moment, please share. Share with your friends. Let's make these conversations even bigger. And subscribe to the channel and you get a notification of your weekly conversation on your mailbox. So thank you very much for watching. See you next week. Thank you. Bye.